7 signs your finances are better than you think. Around 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Yet here's the funny thing. Many of them are actually winning the money game in ways they don't even realize. You probably clicked on this video worried you're falling behind, but chances are you're quietly doing much better than you think. Because wealth isn't just about luxury cars and sky-high penthouses. It's about those invisible daily habits quietly stacking up in the background. So let's dive into 7 overlooked signs your financial situation is stronger than it feels, even if your checking account looks like it just got mugged. Quick disclaimer before we start. None of this is financial advice. It's purely for education and entertainment. A little infotainment snack you didn't know you wanted. Always check with a pro before making any big money decisions. Or at the very least, use common sense. We trust you'll figure it out. Let's jump in. 1. You naturally make smart enough choices without feeling restricted. You drive a car that simply gets the job done. You eat out once instead of 5 times a week. You rock last season's hoodie and still have friends. That's not mediocrity. That's strategic restraint. And in personal finance, restraint becomes rocket fuel for growth. Every time you pick the $20 dinner over the $70 one, or decide not to upgrade your iPhone until Apple drops its 20th nearly identical version, you're flexing something rare: delayed gratification. The best part? You don't even feel like you're missing out. That means you've normalized good financial behavior. It's no longer a struggle, it's your default mode. You've essentially reprogrammed your brain to prioritize long-term wins over short-term dopamine hits. That's financial literacy in action. And if you think frugality equals cheapness, wait till you hear the next point. It's about strength, not pennies. 2. You can handle financial chaos without spiraling into debt or panic. Your tires blow out, the dog suddenly needs surgery, and the AC dies in the middle of a heat wave. Yet you don't curl up in the fetal position staring at your Chase app. If unexpected expenses don't send your life into a tailspin anymore, you've crossed into something powerful: financial resilience. Even saving just 1 month of expenses puts you ahead of 60% of Americans, who don't even have $1,000 tucked away. But it's not only about the cash, it's about mindset. You're calm, level-headed. You solve problems instead of panic spending. You've separated survival from stress. What you bought yourself is space. And space equals freedom. One viewer shared that they started with just $20 each paycheck set aside for emergencies. A year later, they had $1,500 saved and covered an unexpected dental bill without swiping a credit card. That's not luck, that's strategy. Speaking of strategy, the next sign might look subtle, but it screams maturity with money. 3. Payday shows up, and you barely notice. Back in the day, payday meant finally paying rent, eating actual food, and avoiding overdraft. Now, the money lands in your account, and you hardly blink. That's not indifference, that's systemization. It means your savings are automated, your debt is under control, your budget's already set, and you've built a cushion so you're never scraping the bottom. When money flows without triggering emotional spikes, that's control. Because real financial security doesn't feel like winning the lottery. It feels like nothing. It's the absence of fear, the quiet confidence that bills are covered and future you will be eating well. And if you're also spending money guilt-free on top of that, you're really ahead. Point 4. You spend freely without guilt because you plan for it. Buying something fun and not feeling gross afterward? That's not recklessness, that's intention. Say you give yourself $150 a month as a fun budget. You use it for movie nights, sushi Fridays, or that shiny fitness tracker you'll use for 3 weeks. You didn't overspend. You didn't sabotage your goals. You build joy directly into your financial plan. This is where most people stumble. They think budget means no fun. But the truth is, when done right, budgeting gives you permission to enjoy money without guilt. You're not running from pleasure, you're managing the chaos. And the best part? You get to enjoy today while still building tomorrow. Speaking of building, your future might already be quietly growing in the background. 5. Your investments are working even when you're not looking. If you've got a 401k contribution on autopilot, a Roth IRA quietly compounding in the background, or a robo-advisor handling things while you nap, congratulations, you've activated compound interest mode. Even small, boring contributions add up to massive results over time. Just $100 a month into an index fund starting at age 25 can turn into $200,000 by retirement, even with average returns. The real secret isn't picking a magic stock, it's consistency. One viewer emailed me saying they'd set up a $50 per week Roth IRA transfer and forgot about it. 3 years later, it had grown past $9,000. That's not just passive income, it's passive progress. And the beauty is, when your growth is automated, you don't even need to check obsessively. 6. You're not constantly refreshing your bank app because you trust your system. Let's be real. Refreshing your bank app every 5 minutes is just the grown-up version of shaking a vending machine. If your money is on autopilot, bills paid automatically, savings transferring, funding automatically, checking your balance stops being necessary. That's peace. That's clarity. You're no longer reacting to money, you're directing it. And that emotional distance proves something important. You're managing money, not letting it manage you. One follower told me, "I stopped budgeting every single day. Now I just do a weekly check-in, and my anxiety disappeared." If you're not peeking at your account every 6 hours, that's not negligence, it's confidence. But the last sign? That's the real game changer. It has less to do with your balance sheet and everything to do with your mindset. 7. You don't care what others are doing. You've found what works for you. Your cousin just rolled up in a Tesla. Your coworker is already on their 3rd luxury vacation this year. Meanwhile, you're still driving your paid-off sedan and investing quietly like it's your second religion. And you're perfectly fine with that. You've stopped comparing. You've stopped competing. You've quit chasing someone else's highlight reel. And that is the ultimate financial power move. Because the second you define success based on your values, not theirs, you win. For some, that's working fewer hours. For others, it's slow travel, aggressive saving, steady investing, or simply sleeping better at night. The point is, you've stopped needing outside validation for your version of success. That's wealth, with wisdom on the side. Wrap up. Let's recap. If you default to smart choices, handle chaos without financial collapse, forget payday even exists, spend without guilt because it's pre-planned, invest automatically and consistently, don't obsess over every dollar, and live by your own rules, then yes, even if it feels like you're behind, you're already ahead. Wealth doesn't always look like private jets. Sometimes, it looks like calm mornings, bills paid, and a net worth growing quietly in the background. If this video made you realize you're winning in ways you didn't even notice, smash that like button the way you'd smash a student loan notice you just paid off. Subscribe for more spicy money truths with zero fluff. And hey, drop a comment if you recognized yourself in any of these 7 signs.